There were some incredible players this year. Tommy Matthews, for instance, had a spectacular season. But it's the other half of the Heartbreak Kids that really stood out, mainly because he didn't quite live up to his counterpart on the field. These two guys have been battling it out as frenemies since high school, and that rivalry doesn't seem to be dissipating anytime soon. Tommy clearly outclassed his friend in the early stages of their career, kind of like Peter Schrager and I, only in this case, I'm Tommy. But seriously, even though Tommy may have the upper hand at this stage, I wouldn't count out his other half just yet. We've seen what he's capable of as a game changer in the past, so if he can keep growing as a player, I think this rivalry can even out, unlike the one Peter and I have.
After such a great end to the season, contract negotiations were quick and easy. I was just happy to be sticking around long term. After the deal was done, there was a moment to reflect on everything that had happened. The season had just ended, but I couldn't wait to put my pads back on.
After that, your career was off and running.
At the end of the day, the contract they presented was more than enough, and I was happy still to continue playing for the team. I left the office that day feeling good about the years and the games ahead.
As players get into the later stages of their career, oftentimes it's an injury that leads to retirement.
After an injury like that, it takes some time to regain the strength to push the ball down the field.
All right, fellas, listen up. We talked about this all week. Every team is going for the same thing, winning that Lombardi. And being perfect in practice is the first step.
This is your last opportunity. Let's go for gold.
Now that's what I'm talking about, fellas. I don't know what happened between last week and this week, but today was a great practice. And this coaching staff is loving it. You guys consistently do that, and I see a lot of victories in our future.
With a playoff game in just a few days, everyone was waiting to find out if I'd be returning this week or if I'd hold off and hope for a win so I could possibly return in a later round. It was without a doubt one of the toughest decisions in my career. With a playoff game in just a few days, everyone was waiting to find out if I'd be returning this week or if I'd hold off and hope for a win so I could possibly return in a later round. It was without a doubt one of the toughest decisions in my career. I had no idea how the team would react on or off the field to my return, but deep down, I knew it was what I needed to do. Returning from an injury like this wasn't going to be easy. And in this situation, we needed to make the smartest possible decision so I could be effective.
Today, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. It's the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the LA Chargers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game. And we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And when you review his performance last week and the game in total, I think that he understands and his team understands they were fortunate to get out there because he was a little tentative out there and didn't throw a touchdown pass. And if I'm this defense that he's facing in this one, I'm going to bring some pressure early and see if they can get to him. Maybe he's gotten it out of his system, and now he can be a little bit looser and play more to his potential.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gregory. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. Of course, he's coming off that monster game in their wild card victory, but that's his first catch here in the divisional round. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Well, call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Gregory.
Herbert's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
4. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Gregory. And he is going to have the Chargers' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip them with...
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. 30, the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 69 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And now a two-point conversion attempt. Edwards try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. An incredibly short. Now a hit and a loose football. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
So the Chiefs opt to keep the offense out there, and they'll line up to go for 2. And here's Edwards-Helaire. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone. And it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
High throw, but the catch is made. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
And 5 yards to go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Open man, it's Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Chargers 1st down.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
16. Chargers 7.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Herbert. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
At the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Going on the ground with Eckler. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Go with the ground attack here. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Sanders' kick is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10.
Chargers 10.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score and it's got your team out there in front. Changes the complexion of everything you're doing. It's one thing to score them, garbage time, but these count. This is a big deal, and he's making those types of plays, and I think they'll keep finding ways to get it to him.
I was just going to say probably going to go back to him. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 41 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Devin McCourty there defensively.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, Charles, the big story today, obviously the courageous return of one of the league's best quarterbacks. When he was injured during an early season victory, the assumption was that he'd be out for the rest of the season. But we found out this week that this is not the case.
And you have to give him a lot of admiration and props for working his way back from what was thought to be a serious injury. And it's natural for him to want to be back out on the field. Remember, when he got hurt, this team was 4-0. I also think we have to question whether or not he should be out there, putting his body on the line. And from the franchise's perspective, they have to wonder whether it's worth having him out there if he's not 100%.
Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
As they will again try for 2. And here's Edwards-Helaire. Here's a toss coming right. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
That keeps the score. Chiefs.
The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert, quick hitter here. It's complete.
Herbert's pass.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And that's into the hands of Eckler. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
21-yard line.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a third person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D.
It got his man complete, and all the way down to the 39. A big play there just before halftime, and even 40 yards.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill, and now they've got a chance to use the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Makes this a 19-point game. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. An incredibly short, now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So they get the 1-score kick. Get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And now the Chiefs will bring the offense onto the field as they'll go for 2 here. And here's Edwards-Helaire. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here.
That keeps the score. Chiefs 30 points.
Now they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Kansas City.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. We've already punched 2 tickets to the championship round this weekend. We'll get back to you guys and punch a 3rd in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC divisional round game. And it's the Jacksonville Jaguars who are moving on to the next round as they were able to eliminate the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll drop the throw. Gets this one to Hill. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Roughing the passer defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chargers' 34-yard line.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
49, guys. Mike.
Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Kansas City Chiefs.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook, and I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Second and 14.
Pretty quiet, D. Pretty quiet. 49. 49 the Mike. 49 the Mike. I got you, boy. 49.
Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. He's to the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's in a full run by the time he gets the football.
about this on 1st and goal? And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Check back, check back.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards. Moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
And goal.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And this offense continues to pour it on.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. And here's Edwards-Helaire. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30-yard line. LA set to take over again on offense. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gregory. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Complete to
11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Chargers.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd down and 9 yards.
From the gun, Herbert. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
Incomplete. It's 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
41. Chargers 10.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now back to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Dancing, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll set up to throw, eluding the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead.
Chargers 10. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him.
Operating from the gun. Herbert, he dumps it to Eckler underneath. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
It's a gain of 6.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Herbert on first down now. Over the middle, complete. It's Gregory. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And his throw is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. Saw off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Again, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. To the air again, Herbert. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down, but congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
It's like my old high school coach used to say, Charles. He said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Sanders on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now back out comes the offense. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Gets around him, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Ryan Edwards-Helaire. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
2nd and 3. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hammond. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So now the Chiefs will once again decide to go for 2 here. And here's Edwards-Helaire. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Keeps the score. Chiefs 54.
I've been fortunate enough along the way to see 2-point conversion attempts in all levels of football. That's my first quarterback sneak for a 2-point conversion attempt. That's actually insulting to us. I'm just going to tell you straight up, and they didn't get this.
I was going to say they were insulting those guys in the middle, though. They stood tall. They won the trench battle.
Yeah, they did. I think they stared them all the way back to the bench like, are you kidding me? I cannot believe you made that call.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Charger offense making their way back out there.
They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move. 3 down. 3 down.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Mike Williams, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
Third down.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Herbert hooking up with Henry that time for the Charger first.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. He was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Setting up to throw on first down. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Herbert throwing again.
Herbert has it knocked free.
Willie Gay. Justin Herbert sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
They are on to the next round of the playoffs, and the story will be the gritty, gutsy effort by one of the league's best QBs.
And he certainly proved the naysayers wrong today, partner, no doubt about that. Now, overall, an up-and-down performance, but he did enough for his team to get the win and advance to the next round. He and his team both have to have confidence and believe that he'll be better the next time out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious.